Hello everyone, the Nerdy Steve here. Today's video will be featuring standard Jeskai Storm. The deck list is in the description below. I'm going to talk about the game plan, some of the cards, a little bit about the sideboard, and then we'll play a couple of matches. So let's go. So, this deck can kind of function as a generically strong blue-red control pile. There's removal, there's card draw and card selection, and then you have Goldspan Dragon, which can win on its own, right? By attacking 4 in the air and being able to protect itself by giving you mana. So that is at a base level why this deck is good. However, it has something else going on for it. So, with the Goldspan Dragon out on the battlefield, your Unexpected Windfall and Big Score, which costs 4 mana, draw 2 cards, and you discard another card, and you draw 2 cards, and you create 2 treasures. With a Goldspan Dragon out, the big scores basically cycle themselves for free. So you're discarding a useless card in your hand, and you're drawing 2 brand new cards. And you're creating 2 treasures. With the Goldspan Dragon, they tap for 4. So you could kind of chain all your big scores and unexpected windfalls together until you get a hand that you really, really want, and that is good. Which isn't necessarily fantastic in its own right. However, with Lier on the battlefield, now you get to cast an unexpected windfall from your hand for free. And then you get to cast it from your graveyard. So now you're not up any mana, but you're up an extra card. Meanwhile, you're discarding either useless lands, which you don't need, or more instants into your graveyard. With Lier on the battlefield, can be cast from your graveyard, so you're not down card advantage. And you're going to cast a lot of instants and sorceries, targeting your Goldspan Dragon, and then, surprising out of nowhere, the Show of Confidence, which will target your Goldspan Dragon, will create a lot of treasures, so you'll get a lot of mana, a really, really big Goldspan Dragon, and then idealistically kill your opponent in 1 turn. And it sounds really, really bizarre and really weird, and that's because it is. But it does work. Which is very, very surprising and really, really fun, and hopefully it will happen. What makes this deck particularly good right now is that there are a lot of mid-range piles in Standard. So you have your Esper, Jund, and Naya lists. There you go. That kind of run Fable of the Mirror Breaker. They run Meat Hook Massacre. They run Wedding Announcement, which Wedding Announcement and Fable, they're good cards, but they don't really pressure you in a way where you have to feel like you have to play on your opponent's terms. You can take your time to build up the combo and then win, despite all the creatures they have on the ground and the advantage and card selection that they have. Meat Hook Massacre doesn't really do that much against your deck because you're planning on winning in 1 turn. So a lot of the most powerful cards in Standard aren't really pressuring you in a way so you can take advantage of those decks. And then we have our sideboard to help complement that. We have Dragon's Fire and Cinderclasm against the more low-level decks where you need to kill their creatures right away. Otherwise, you'll just die to the damage. And then you have Disdainful Stroke and Negate for when you need counter magic. And so you're basically always going to have that same game plan, but you're just going to need to change the specific cards to, again, with sideboards, help deal with your problematic matchups and make your more generic main deck be able to attack and interact with your opponent on how they're interacting with you. And with that, let's play some games. Alright, Gammy. We'll play. So we want to do a third turn Fable into a fourth turn big score, like 100% guarantee. And so I think we want to do the Spikefield Cave, because that ensures that we get to do that, right? Because if we didn't draw an untapped land, we ended up, then we couldn't guarantee to do that on the fourth one. So Valky combos with the gold, or gets rid of the Goldspan. So we're gonna have to kill Valky before we can do that. And it's a shame that our Spikefield is there, but again, we're gonna have plenty of draws. Plenty of draws, so I'm in no hurry. Maestro's Theater, our opponent is on Grixis, gonna get blue. No, just Rakdos. Have no idea what that Foretell card could be. Missed our land drop. Which is a little sad. We could have potentially big scored for it. But also, now that we have Lier, a resolved Lier, will... Alright, let me... Whenever opponent sacrifices a non-turret or discards a permanent card. Oh, Tergrid's Lantern is randomly very good against us? Let's big score. Discarding a Windfall. Because we can't discard Fable because they get it back with Tergrid's Lantern. Alright. We can play this. If our opponent goes to activate the Goldspan Dragon, we get to Spikefield Hatchling. Oh god, I didn't realize that was on the Lantern, not the Tergrid. So I think we're fine still. I think we'll be able to go off here. Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna Goldspan Dragon. We lose 3 life. Don't have enough mana for Lier, but... Oh, I meant to... That's fine. So what I can do is Galvanic Iteration. I may be messing up a little bit, everyone, but that's okay. We get to Iteration again. And now we have a lot of big scores going on. I guess we can discard Lier. Our opponent gets to use Lier theoretically, but I think we might be able to win before then, hopefully. Or maybe not, actually. Oh. Uh-oh. We're fine. I may have been a little too brazen there. I probably could have waited just another turn. But I promise you it will be worth it. Maybe I'm showing you how not to play. Because the problem right here is we can't really protect. But that's okay. We don't care if our opponent Valkyries the Goldspan Dragon. We're gonna have something cool happen here if our opponent doesn't do anything. Decline. We'll go to a 10. Then at our opponent's end step, we'll target Kiki Jiki. Yeah, so what would happen here is we can, at the end of our opponent's turn, use a Kiki Jiki to create a Kiki Jiki, and then we can use the one we have, which has haste. We can create 12 more Kiki Jikis that can then attack during our turn. So all in all, that would have been good. So our opponent has Turgrid. But I don't even know if that is what I'm really worried about. I think Disdainful Stroke might be okay. And then maybe we can get rid of, like, Voltage Surge. I'm not sure, but this seems fine. Again, they're not particularly aggressive. We didn't really see what their deck is about. And, yeah, no, this is great. Alright, well. Alright. Darkness. So again, one of the good things about this deck specifically... is that you don't need to mulligan a lot as long as you can cast your lands, because Big Score is just going to help you out so much. Because you can, and the Kiki Jiki Fable, where you can just really keep whatever you want, because you're going to be able to cycle through and draw your combo. And so what's important there is not having the right cards specifically, because you'll draw into them, but having the cards. Fable. Alright, nice. I think I just want to discard... Oh, but... Decline. Put one into our hand. Shuffle that in, we'll get blue. And I think we want to Fading Hope that to make them just not have as many treasures. And mana. Because right now this game is going kind of... What? Exactly where, I wanted. Our opponent had Edgar's Awakening, which is a nice little... I like it. We're just gonna do the Fable here, make our opponent either kill the Kiki Jiki or the token creature. Though right now, I don't know. If our opponent does that, I kind of want to kill it. We don't want them to copy, I think. And we can always just trade for a treasure. I'm also gonna set a stop during my... Oh, wow. Main phase. I mean, it might not if they kill... Alright. Because... I'm probably going to... I'm gonna discard cards to the Reflection. So I think I might as well use the Unexpected Windfall first. And then, yeah, I can discard 2 of those to draw more. And I think that was right. So at the end of our opponent's turn, we can big score, discarding a pathway. So we're cycling it. We're not coming up mana positive, which is not the best thing yet, but right now, we're kind of fine. Kind of. Even if we just draw a Lier, we're gonna get a lot of value. So we kind of want that. Lier or Dragon work, though. What? Soul of Emancipation? Our opponent is a Reanimator deck, everyone. They are not just some... Jund. Do we care? I think we... Oh. I think we do care. Oh, if our opponent gets a land, though, they can copy it. No, okay. Thank God. Alright. So, I'm going to Goldspan Dragon here. We big score. Discarding the Fable. That is not what I wanted. We can put the March into our hand. That into our library and this iteration. Huh. We can then put the big score into our hand. Galvanic into library. Hazard there. We're gonna deal 1 damage. We have a floating red mana. So we're gonna target the dragon. And now... Do we try and go for it, or no? No, I don't think we can, even if we wanted to. And if that was the case, I probably should have just played it as a land. Diagraph. Binding. Oh, that's really good. Because now we can't. Alright. My turn. Okay. Can our opponent soul here? Can we do one blue? So we get to phase out that. Let's see what we get here. We're at, what, 2? I completely read what our opponent was doing very incorrectly, everyone. We go down to 2. If they have a land, they can activate their Hive of the Eye Tyrant for lethal. Alright, GG. Okay. Interesting. So now what do we want to do here? Do we like Fading Hope or March? Maybe we do. I think I like Spell Pierce and Behold. Yeah, no, they weren't particularly fast, I think. I think that's fine. But again, I'm also very, very completely unaware of what their deck is or how it functions, so... Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna mulligan. And I think we might be able to draw our way out of it. But who knows? Alright, we have that. So now we have Disruption and Spell Pierce up. All we needed is some type of big score. Okay, let's counter that. Right now it might look we're just gonna do Goldspan Dragon attack. Love a Behold. That's fine.
I've conquered entire plain. One city plead for mercy.
Do I care about the Obnixilis? Should I just attack our opponent? If they do somehow create another devil, it will cost, like, the one attack
Not worth the effort.
is less than? I don't know. It makes sense to me. Here. Here. Opponent what? Is gonna create the blood thing? No. We do have Spell Pierce for whatever they have. We can also Galvanic Iteration Spell Pierce to make sure we counter it. That only has one land, so I think we're fine. Oh, beautiful. Big Spore will draw us a lot of cards and give us a lot of mana. Yep. Expressive Iteration. Alright, we put this into our hand. There. Wait, what did I do? Did I mess up? I don't think so. But now our Goldspan Dragons are huge. We're gonna have enough treasure to activate and attack with the Hall of the Storm Giant as well. And then we also have Jwari Disruption. Easy. Our opponent did mulligan, but our deck kind of functioned exactly how we wanted it to in that case, so let's hope that works again. Okay. Our opponent mulliganed. But here, we have Expressive Iteration, which is one of the better cards in our deck. you know, possibly in Standard, right? And we're going to use it to make sure we are up on cards and get enough Unexpected Windfalls. Oh, wow. I wish we had the cave to get rid of that Valky. I don't want an iteration here because we're not going to be able to play a land if that's what we found. Alright. Now we have Fable, which our opponent probably has removal for. That's okay. No. I mean, they might have it now, but they can Binding. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't really want to discard anything, honestly. Because what we can do is, at the end of our opponent's turn, Unexpected Windfall, discard our Crucible. And so we untap with all these new cards, a lot more mana, and it gives us more information, because we don't need to do anything yet. We also don't know what our opponent's on or has. They will attack. Our opponent blocks, they know we are gonna get back. Oh, they're doing that? Alright, no, that's fine. So they wanted to, like, surprise us. And it did not happen. We can wait again. Right now, a resolved Lier also just gives us so much value, and there's nothing really in our graveyard, honestly. I think we can wait again, which I'm gonna. We'll just do this. Because we're in no pressure. Our opponent doesn't have anything. Because that's a lot of frickin' treasure. We have a lot of mana. Burning Rune Demon. Okay. I think our opponent is tapping out here. And I think we can try and go for the win during our turn. We literally get to see like 19 cards. And those cards would have to be very, very bad for us to lose. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Huh. Alright, put this into our hand. There and there. Alright, I don't Oh, I guess we can target our Goldspan Dragon. And look, I don't even know how many instants we've cast this turn, but a lot. Put what into our hand? This into our hand, then to our library. That here we get to iteration again. We put galvanic. We can put that into our hand. Galvanic iteration into exile. We can cast it. We have Behold, which gives us a lot of stuff. And again, like, this might not be very, very fun for our opponent, but it's fun for me. We can show confidence the dragon. Now, we have more than enough. We're going to make so many treasures now. I'm not going to do the math. But then we get to Goldspan Dragon. And look at all of our treasure. I mean, we could also just Voltage Surge the Burning Tree Demon, flash it back, and kill it. And then I think we're done here. For a lot of damage. There we go. I hope that was good. Alright, Vindicator. Alright. Wonderful hand. We're low on interaction. Our opponent is mulliganing. So perfect. Warrior's Briefcase. Literally no idea what our opponent could be on. Uh-oh. I don't like what's going on here. That's a lot of damage we're not going to be able to deal with. Dama. Modify creatures you control. Their opponent's gonna get all the basic lands they want. White. You just kind of want to get rid of that. Still taking a lot of damage here, but our opponent isn't getting value. I don't know if that's right or not. Okay, we have what? One turn? Are you kidding me? Okay, we're gonna do this in Lier. Deal 4 damage to that. So we do have a blocker here. Do I... Yeah, we're not cloning anything. Alright. Alright, let's... Galvanic into Unexpected Windfall. Huh. Falco? Okay. That kind of makes sense. But now we have to be very, very, very... Oh no, they're gonna give it reach? No. All of these have trample now. Maybe our opponent doesn't attack with everything. No, they do. Okay. Can't imagine this really working out now. The Vindicator got us. Oh, that was such a problematic... We needed not the trample. We needed not the trample. I think we were fine otherwise. It just, there was a little too much pressure on us, and we couldn't win. But we'll be fine here. I know it. There we go. No way we lose this one. Which is a lie, because we can. Warrior's Briefcase? The Naturalist? Okay. So I think I want to discard what? A land and a Fading Hope? Yeah, that's fine. Again, we need some sort of card advantage, though. For the Lier to give us a lot of value. Duelist? Okay, that's fine. So we can do this Goldspan attack. And if we get to untap the dragon, we can Lier during our turn. And we have Voltage, Surge, Iteration, and Fading Hope if we need to just bounce that. So it's like not the worst position. Not ideal. I'd feel much better with a big score or something like that, right? Do we just Otawara that? Is that wrong? It stops them from getting a lot of basic lands. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then we have Lier. And we have Fading Hope and Voltage Surge if anything goes awry. But I think we're fine. What a cool deck. Kodama of the West tree. I really, really love it. That's fine. Okay. And then go. Does our opponent have, like, Broker's Ascendancy? And hoping to draw that. Ooh, Falco. I will block here. You get to do that. We're gonna Fading Hope that. Our opponent can't cast anything like second main phase. We kill that. Then we get to activate Hall the Storm Giant for lethal during our turn. Right? Okay. No combo, just good Lier and Goldspan value. Cinderclasm just doesn't do anything against a 2/1 person. I mean, obviously, it gets rid of the shield token, but that's not good enough, I don't think. We don't want a 2-for-1 ourselves. Fading Hope is kind of what we want. We have the Fading Hope. We don't have red mana. Oh no, we do. From that? Okay, no, we're Gucci. So I want to get rid of that now while our opponent doesn't have anything. Then we Fading Hope. We really... God, this is going to be unfortunate if we don't get a land. Nope. Alright, come on. More land. More land. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. That Kadama was not modified itself. Our opponent didn't get to search. Disdainful Stroke would be bad. You can give it pro. Green. Oh, and now we can... While our opponent's tapped out, we can Iteration with Big Score. So we know we get a crap ton of value. 2. We get to, now during our turn, Lier. And Galvanic Iteration, Big Score, draw a ton of cards. We are so golden. It's not over yet, but it's over. Our opponent was not quick enough to pressure us, and we got to do our own thing. So we're gonna get 3 copies of Unexpected Windfall. We did get the Show of Confidence, which I think will seal the deal, but you never know. Don't need that. Then we get to show confidence our Goldspan Dragon. We get a lot of triggers. If we weren't really afraid of anything, we should have voltage third the Kadama so we'd get more. But it's fine. And we do this again. I'm trying to think. Our opponent can't Otawara our Goldspan because even though they have a legendary creature, it will cost 3 and they only have 2 mana. GG. Hope that was fun. Victory. So I just want to again thank you for watching me play Jeskai Standard Storm. I hope you learned how cool this deck is. It can win out of nowhere. It's very, very resilient. But while it can seem to pop off, you do really need to play your cards in the correct order. And I learned you need to prioritize going for little value with the unexpected windfalls and big scores instead of always holding out for the big combo potential with Galvanic Iteration. By trying to be too show-offy, sometimes you lose before you get to do that, right? And that's not good. So I hope you can learn from that, because I definitely did. If you haven't already, though, you should totally like, comment, or subscribe. You can watch me stream 5 to 6 days a week at twitch.tv/thenerdysteve. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon. And thank you for watching. Bye.